Have you ever noticed that spiritual people can believe completely different things about reality? Some people believe we are creating our own reality. Some people believe the world is an illusion. Some people believe we're here to awaken. Some people believe that Jesus will come and save us and take us to heaven. Others believe we are here to heal karma. But recently, I found myself asking a different question. What if the measure of spiritual maturity isn't what we believe about reality, but how those beliefs help us show up as human beings? I'm Allison of Blossoming Heart Wellness. I am a licensed marriage and family therapist, a spiritual mentor, and a wellness coach, as well as the author of The Divine Within. As many of you know, I have spent much of my adult life studying spirituality, psychology, and neuroscience to help me overcome complex childhood trauma and serious mental health issues. And I have explored meditation, yoga, Reiki, internal family systems theory, Buddhism, shamanic practices, contemplative Christianity, neuroscience, and mystical experiences. For a long time, I was searching for the right understanding of reality. But life keeps asking me a different question. When I experienced trauma, when I lost everything I'd built, when relationships became difficult, the question wasn't, what's the correct spiritual belief? The question became, how do I live this life well? That's when something began to change for me. I realized I was becoming less interested in whether someone had extraordinary spiritual experiences and more interested in the kind of person those experiences helped them become. Did they become more compassionate, more humble, more honest, more willing to listen, more able to stay present with another person's suffering? Because I've met people with incredible spiritual experiences who still struggle to treat others with kindness. And I've met people with ordinary spiritual lives whose compassion transformed everyone around them. And that made me wonder, maybe spiritual maturity isn't measured by how much we know or what we believe. Maybe it's measured in how we love and treat one another. From a psychological perspective, this makes sense. Our nervous systems do not change simply because we adopt a new belief. Transformation happens through repeated experiences of safety, reflection, accountability, connection, and love. Insight can open the door, but integration is what changes our lives. Understanding something intellectually isn't the same as embodying it. That's true in trauma healing. And I think it's true in spirituality as well. Across many wisdom traditions, the deepest realization isn't meant to separate us from other people. It's meant to deepen our capacity to love them, to treat them with kindness. Whether you call it God, self, Buddha nature, or divine consciousness, or something completely different. If that realization leads you to become less compassionate, less curious, or less willing to care for the people in front of you, I think it's worth asking whether something is missing from your spirituality. For me, the purpose of awakening isn't escaping my humanity. It's learning how to embody the divine within my humanity. So instead of asking which spiritual teaching is the correct spiritual teaching, I invite you to ask a different question. What kind of person does this teaching help you become? Does it help you love more deeply? Does it cause you to create less harm in your life? Does it help you become more honest and more in alignment with your integrity, more compassionate, more grounded, more present? Because I believe the measure of spirituality isn't what we believe about reality or the divine. It's how we embody compassion, truth, integrity in the reality in which we are currently living. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What qualities do you think reflect genuine spiritual maturity? We don't have to agree, but I do hope we can be open to understanding each other's perspectives with curiosity and kindness. And if you're interested in exploring this in more depth, I invite you to read my book, The Divine Within, Healing Ourselves to Heal the World, or follow more videos, or go to my website, blossomingheartwellness.com, to learn more about how to work with me. I help individuals develop deeper self-compassion so they can deepen their understanding of themselves and have relationships where they cause less harm, sending you deep love and appreciation for who you are.